Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and for your situation. And release the rest to the universe. My life may seem like I have it all figured out, but the truth is, it's one big mess. I feel so lost and just don't know what to do. Well, I feel your person is having a massive wake-up call at the moment because they are being shown that they need to make different choices and different decisions for their life. And when we do continue on the path of making the wrong choices and decisions, many times the powers that be, our angels and guides, God, the divine, the universe, will come along and allow some karma to fall on our heads. And perhaps this is what is happening for your person. What I'm really getting is that for many of you, your person is dealing with some things around them that are stressful. Now, this can be stuff that's affecting their finances. It can be stuff that's affecting stuff breaking in the house. It can be stuff that's affecting friendships. It can even be affecting their job, their career, work relationships as well. And the bottom line is they are having to navigate through all of this by themselves because you're not there. They've pushed you away. They're silent. They're not talking to you. And they could sure use some grounding energy from you at the moment. They could sure use some advice, counsel, and wisdom that you used to share with them, even if you weren't sharing anything with them, just listening to them go on about the problems that they were dealing with, and then just saying, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to work through this. Everything is going to be all right. Giving them that validation because you listen to them attentively and then try to make them feel better. They do not have that now, and they are feeling lost, and they're definitely feeling lost without you, lost without your presence, and extremely lost without your love. They are not happy without you, and this person, I do feel, at times believes that their life is completely falling apart. And they've got to rise up and make different choices and decisions. Now, things could be falling apart around them. Perhaps the refrigerator broke and they didn't realize that the power was off in the refrigerator and they were out of town for a couple of days on a work trip, and they come home to discover that there's water all over the floor and everything in the fridge is kaput. That is not going to be a fun thing for this person to deal with. Perhaps they're having to deal with something else, like plumbing breaking in the house and having to call in a plumber. And goodness knows, plumbers are very expensive, right? Perhaps their car locked up in them when they were driving. Perhaps there's a problem with the transmission. Perhaps they had a flat tire and they weren't able to get to the tire place in time, and then they haven't been able to replace that tire, and so they've just been stuck and stranded at home, not being able to get out and about to do the course of their daily lives. Perhaps they've had some financial problems. Perhaps their checking account got really screwed up. Perhaps they miscalculated on their taxes. Oh, goodness. Perhaps they lost some money on investments. Whatever this person is dealing with, it is negatively affecting them, and it is hard for them. But it is a wake-up call of sorts, because when you are around this person, they feel that they have someone that's on their side. They feel that you're their cheerleader. They feel that you give them that support and encouragement that they need, coming up with solutions that they wouldn't think of about how to resolve the problems that they're facing right now. And perhaps these are problems that are affecting their job or their work. Perhaps they're dealing with toxic people in the workplace that are creating a lot of problems for them. Perhaps they can't focus at work because they have all this other crap swirling around them like a hurricane. Perhaps their boss is being very demanding and wanting extra hours and extra time without giving your person extra pay because there's a project that has got to be finished. And they have no one to share what they're going through. They have no one to share that with because you aren't there. And this person is having to realize that they pushed their greatest support structure out of their life when they ran away from you. But this person at the moment is feeling all kinds of miserable because they don't have you in their life. But all of this is serving for your person as a wake-up call to get them to make better choices and decisions. It's easier to pretend everything is okay right now than to deal with what I'm dealing with. Well, I feel your person is having a hard time pretending because people around them know that they're not handling things very well. People that know your person, friends, co-workers, perhaps family, they know this person is having a hard time. And it's not just because of the chaos that is their life at the moment, because I do feel for many of you, your person's life is a bit chaotic with having to tackle all of these things by themselves. But it's also because this person is heartbroken over you and not having you in their life, not to help them work through their stuff, but because they're missing your love, your light, your laughter, your energy. Being able to talk to you about these things for sure would make this person feel so much better. But they pushed you away. And they are having to acknowledge that they've done this to themselves. This is something they brought upon themselves. They have no one else to blame for any of this at the moment. And they are taking it on and they are taking it in and really trying to present to the rest of the living, breathing world that everything in their life is fine. But it's not. And this person is aware that people can see right through them. The time for pretending needs to come to an end because this person can't deal with what they're dealing with. And they don't want to return to you and bring all of this stuff back into this connection. They want to tackle all of this alone before they represent themselves to you, whatever it is that they're going through. And I did give some simple examples as to what this person may be dealing with, although some of that may actually resonate with what's going on with your person. They don't want to drag any of their junk back into this connection. They want to be free and clear of that. That as well is why they're saying, I'm pretending everything is okay, but deep down inside, I just feel like I'm crumbling and falling apart. Well, let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. Whatever you're hearing or seeing on social media, know it's all a facade. I am hiding how unhappy I really am. My shadows are kicking my ass, right? Well, okay. So, not everyone has social media. Perhaps your person does not have social media. Perhaps you don't have social media. And perhaps if your person has social media, you're not looking at it, or perhaps they've got you shut down from their social media. The bottom line with this card is this person is not doing well. And I really feel that we have established that for the very first part of this reading today here on Crystal Vision 1111. And I can't wait to see what the tarot cards say about all of this stuff today. I think it's going to be interesting. The bottom line is your person is trying to present to everyone else that everything's okay in their life, when deep down inside they feel that they are falling apart. They are having to deal with the severe consequences of their choices, their behaviors, how they treated you, and they are not liking the consequences, and they realize that they're going to have to rise up and do something different. To continue on this path that they are on right now is not a good solution, and they know that. They know that they have to rise up and out of this dark place that they are in right now and get back to you. But before they do that, they want to lift themselves up. They do not want to call you and say, oh my God, my life is falling apart. I need your help. Especially after the way they treated you. because they do know that they treated you in a very disgusting, soul-crushing, and heartbreaking way. They know that to call you and ask for your help, for your guidance, for your support, for you to just listen to them, they know that would not be the right thing to do. And maybe in the past, this person would have done that. They would have just called and say, hey, I'm dealing with this problem. Can you help me out here? They don't want to do that anymore. They want to show up when they are in a happier, lighter, brighter place, because this person doesn't want to drag this mess, whatever it is that they are going through right now, into your life or back into this connection. But my shadows are kicking my ass. I do feel as well that all of this that this person is going through right now is causing them to stop and look deep within at their shadows. That part of them that they've tried to keep hidden, but yet that is the part of them that creates the problems in their life as well. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? I feel like I keep going in circles. Well, yes, they can be feeling like they're going in circles, like they are just on that merry-go-round of life, just going round and round and round and wanting to get off the merry-go-round and get back to the place where life is calm and peaceful and tranquil. And they know that in order to have that peace and tranquility in their life, they need to reach out to you and start reconciling with you and bringing the two of you back together. You are this person's anchor. You are their lighthouse. You are their guiding light. You ground them. You make this person feel safe. You make them feel like they can take on anything and everything. And whatever these things are that this person is going through, you, more than likely, would have had great solutions for them. Solutions that they hadn't thought about because you think outside of the box. You guys watching the reading, you come up with ideas and solutions that this person would go, wow, where did that come from? What a great idea that is. And many times your solutions are rock solid and sound, and your person would take them on and use them and everything would be okay. But at the moment, this person is on that merry-go-round of life, wanting to get off, and they feel that every day it's almost like something else. And we all go through those periods in our lives, right? We get up one morning and the front door is broken and you can't unlock the door. The toilet breaks and then makes water all over the floor. The dishwasher stops working. Something happens to the lawnmower and you can only cut half of your grass. And then you know you need to get that fixed. You need to get someone to come do it because you're going to get a nastygram from the homeowners association. These are the kind of annoyances that we all face in our lives, right? But this person, I do feel, has had a heaping helping of them. That's what's coming to mind. And they feel like they are in this hurricane, just swirling and swirling and swirling. And they want to get to the eye of that hurricane, to the center of the storm where things are calm and peaceful. And that is you. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, let's see. I now know that I do need you in my life, as that drops on the table. But yes, this person knows they need you. They want you. They desire you. They love you. And it's not about needing you to help them work through their issues or work through their stuff or help them with their problems or help them balance their bank account. This is about needing you, your love, your essence, your presence, having you beside them. Because truly, together, the two of you would be able to overcome whatever challenges this person is facing or whatever they're going through. Together, you would find a solution. Because when you are together, no problem is unsurmountable. Everything is workable when the two of you are spending time with one another, but that's not why they want you back. They want you because they love you. And I feel perhaps that this is what they are having to go through right now, whatever these things are for them. They've got to go through this stuff right now because that's what's giving them the wake-up calls, the epiphanies, those moments when they say, I have to make better choices, and I'm making better choices today. And that is exactly what this person needs to do to reach out to you to get the two of you talking again. But let's see what else. We'll use some tarot cards now and see what else is coming in for this message today, please. The Ten of Wands. Well, I'm actually not surprised that the Ten of Wands would show up for the first card for the tarot portion of this reading, because I feel that this is your person feeling a lot of stress. But as well, they're feeling a lot of guilt and regret for how they acted and for how they treated you. This person is well aware that treating you the way they did was definitely the wrong thing to do. And perhaps they are experiencing some karmic fallout for all of that. But this Ten of Wands, your person could be stressed right now. They could be going through a lot. They could be feeling some anxiety. They are very worried, troubled that you may not want them back, especially if it's been a long time since they've communicated with you or since they've spent time with you. And this as well is something that plagues them on top of all this other gobbledygook that they're dealing with. But God and the divine do work in mysterious ways, right? They work in ways to make us take notice. They work in ways to make us sit up and look at ourselves and look at our lives and say, boy, I've got to make changes and I need to make them soon. I need to make them now. And that is what that Ten of Wands is about. Your person is going to put in so much effort and energy with you as you start spending time together again, because they are not going to allow anything to come between you moving forward. So let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? The Seven of Wands. Well, I do love the Seven of Wands. At the moment, I feel that your person is in this place where they are on the offense and they are trying to tackle and knock out each one of those problems one by one. And they need to do that in order to come back to you, which is lighting a fire under them, which is interesting because the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Wands, well, wands are ruled by fire, so that is lots of fire that is being lit under booties to get this person moving. But as well, the Seven of Wands is about your person being courageous, finding their confidence, trying to win the battles of their life at the moment so that they can battle their way back to you and win you back. This person is going to return with so much more confidence and courage than you have seen in them before. You are going to see a determination in them that you haven't seen before either, because this person is going to be hell-bent on getting back to you and getting back to this relationship. They are not going to back down. This person is experiencing full on what life without you is like. They do not like it. They're not happy without you, and they do feel that their life is falling apart. And perhaps, for some of you, their life truly is falling apart. But that is the wake-up call. That is part of their soul blueprint for this lifetime, to experience these things that are going to cause them to rise up, to raise their perception, to raise their perspective, to raise their vibration, and help them go through this spiritual transformation that's definitely part of this combination of the Ten of Wands and Seven of Wands. So let's see what else is coming in for this message today here on Crystal Vision 1111. What do we need to hear? The Three of Wands. Okay, all of these wands are coming out today. Lots of fire here. Lots of fire energy, which is, interestingly enough, all about movement. So I do feel that whatever your person is experiencing in their personal life, chaos, trauma, conflict, drama, whatever it is going to get them moving. And they do need to get moving. And they are well aware as well that it's time to get moving, because the Three of Wands is about this person longing for you, missing you. Yes, they feel lost in their life without you. The Three of Wands tells us, yes, they do need you in their life. And they are going to do whatever they need to do to make sure that they can have you in their life, because that's where the Seven of Wands comes in. Your person showing up, being determined to win you back, showing you that they've changed, being ready, willing, and able to invest more time, effort, and energy into this connection, but also investing so much love. Because this person realizes through all of this that they're going through, that they need you by their side. It's happier, it's calmer, it's more tranquil, it's more grounded, it's definitely more loving as well. But the Three of Wands also tells us that your person is on their way back to you. The wait is almost over, because they are returning. They are just trying to work through their issues as quickly and as expediently as they can with that Seven of Wands, knocking off those things one by one that they need to get rid of, working through whatever these issues are as well, but also tackling their self-doubt, their self-criticism, their lack of self-awareness, gaining more self-awareness as they raise their spiritual vibration, getting rid of their fears, their doubts, their illusions, and old baggage and everything else, so that when they return, the two of you can build something that is forged in this beautiful fire energy of, well, there's 20 wands, if I do my math right, 10, 7, and 3. 20 wands that are on the table today. Yes, definitely forged in fire. That is going to give it that long-lasting sustainability. But let's see what else, because the fire is the fire of God, the fire of the universe, the fire of spirit. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? The Eight of Cups. Well, this is all about the missing one returning. The Eight of Cups tells us, for most of you watching the reading, if not all of you watching the reading, this person has temporarily walked away. They've temporarily abandoned this connection. Temporary is the key word here. But the Eight of Cups is also about the missing one returning, and this is about your person coming back for you, coming back for love, because they need you by their side. But the Eight of Cups as well is where your person gets rid of all of their baggage and their clutter, checking it at the front door, leaving it outside, leaving it in the trunk. That's why we call it the junk in the trunk, not bringing it back into this connection with you. They don't want to drag this stuff around with them anymore. They feel and experience what dragging these old issues and wounds and self-doubts and illusions within them has brought into their life, because if they had gotten rid of those things before, they wouldn't have pushed you away. They wouldn't have run away. They wouldn't have abandoned this connection. But because they did that, now they are having to deal with all of this junk and also feel the heartache and the heartbreak and the sadness, the regret and the remorse and the guilt of all of that, and what it's like to not have you in their life. And I feel that that is compounding upon this person as well, causing them to experience some inner conflict and turmoil, but they will rise up and out of it. Also, the Eight of Cups is about this eternal love that is here between you and your person. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. The Three of Swords. Well, yes, okay. Three of Swords is not a happy card. Very gloomy. The skies are very gray. They're missing your light. They're missing your love. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, sadness, and sorrow. Your person feeling all of that at the moment, telling us and confirming that they are not happy without you. And they know that there truly is only one solution for their unhappiness, and that is to put in the effort and energy to fight for the opportunity to win you back by returning, by coming out of that place where they've been MIA and come back to you to explore the unknown, which is this beautiful opportunity you guys have to make this great relationship with each other. But the Three of Swords as well tells us your person is definitely aware that they have broken your heart when they ran away from you, when they disappeared on you. And that is the combination of the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords. Your person knows that they've brought a lot of unnecessary emotional upheaval into your life. But they weren't grown up. They didn't have that capacity in the past to be able to be the partner who was going to love you at your level. So they shut down and ran away. Now they are having to go through all of this growth, which is what's happening because they are raising their self-awareness and they are gaining spiritual awareness as well to fight off all of the things that caused them to behave in ways that were so hurtful to you, but also to this connection. They don't want to be that person that creates damage anymore. They want to rise up and above it, especially because they feel that their life is falling apart without you. Whatever issues that they're dealing with that are external to this connection, stuff with the house, stuff with the car, stuff with friends, drama with family perhaps, all of these are just extraneous to what's happening within them. Because the truth is, they are heartbroken without you. And they realize that they can't keep pretending, because pretending that everything is okay is exhausting. Trying to hide how unhappy they really are is exhausting. And besides, people are aware of what's going on with your person. And they know that it's time to start coming clean and being real with people in their life, but also with themselves. They're going to get real with themselves. All of this is awakening them to the reality of their life. But also they realize that it's time to be real with you as well. Well, let's see what else. What else is coming in for this message today, please? What do we need to know? The High Priestess. Well, this is actually a really good card to get right now, guys, because this is about your person raising their spiritual awareness. This very much supports the spiritual growth that comes with the 10, the 7, and the 3 of Wands. 20 wands that we have here in this first part of the tarot portion of the reading. But the High Priestess as well confirms there is this deep spiritual bond between you and your person. You guys know it. They know it. They were trying to run away from it. Perhaps they didn't understand it, but they do have a much better understanding of it now. And they are going to be so happy when they have the opportunity to talk to you about all of this as well. But you connect in that intuitive way to your person. You can feel and experience everything that they are going through. And if they are going through a whole lot of stuff right now, where they're having to deal with things breaking in their life, and it's costing them extra money that they weren't prepared for, those unprepared expenses that we all have to deal with at some point in our lives, right? When things break, when things fall apart, it happens to all of us. We just wish we didn't have to pay those big bills, especially the plumbing bills. Or the electrician bills. Those are big bills as well. But all of this is just a temporary thing that your person is having to experience, because I do believe that the divine, the universe, that God, whatever the higher power is for them and for you, has turned up the heat a little bit to wake this person up and get them moving to where they are going to put in this effort and energy to come back into your life. But they're going to put that in. But my point with all of that was that you can feel what they're going through, because you do share that intuitive pathway with this person, empathically, telepathically. And if you are feeling their agitation or their frustration, or perhaps even that 10 of Wands can be them being really angry as well. That 10 of Wands can be anger. And if they are dealing with all of those things, breaking and falling down all over the place, that they weren't prepared to deal with, but no one is ever prepared for those things to come falling down around us, you can be picking up their anger as well. So try to identify what belongs to you and what doesn't. If all of a sudden, out of nowhere, when you are perfectly calm and tranquil and peaceful and you're reading a book or you're talking to a friend or you've gone out for a nice walk in nature, you are feeling all of this agitated energy, this angry energy, you can rest assured that it is coming from your person because they are having to deal with a lot of stuff right now. Plus, they are addressing their shadows because all of this is compounding upon your person all at once to get them moving. Let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we really? Let's see. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Well, this is about your person knowing that they need you in their life. This is about your person saying that you are the ideal partner for me. You are loving, compassionate, considerate. You are thoughtful. You are gracious. You are nurturing. You are a great listener. You have great empathy, which is why your person liked talking to you about the things that they were going through, because you always made them feel better. Because it's the nature of who you are. But also this is about the great love that this person feels for you. The Queen of Cups is all about love, feeling, and emotions. And your person definitely having all of that for you. Desiring you, loving you, wanting you, needing you in their life as well. Now the Queen of Cups is a water sign, which is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. But you don't have to be any of those signs for this reading to resonate with you. It truly is today more important that you consider the message that Spirit is sharing with all of you that are listening today here on Crystal Vision 1111. And that is so clear that your person is not happy without you, and they feel that their life is falling apart. Because of decisions, because of choices, because of words, because of actions, experiencing perhaps the negative repercussions with some karmic fallout. But all of this is working the way that it needs to encourage your person to raise their vibration and attain greater spiritual growth, as well as awareness of themselves, self-awareness. Well, this is darkness, and this is number 40. And I do feel this person can be in a place of darkness based on some of the cards that we have on the table for the reading today, especially with this page, this 3 of Swords, especially with that 3 of Swords. What a cute little bunny that is, getting ready to hop down the road, if anyone resonates with bunnies. You know, with some of the cards that we have on the table as well, perhaps your person is going through a bit of a dark night experience, dark night of the soul. And it can feel like that, especially if we are being bombarded with all of those things, right? We feel like our life is falling apart. Everything around us is falling apart. And yes, your person can be feeling this as well. Or going through this as well. So they want to come up and out of that space. Now this darkness card comes with number 40. That can be your ages now or when you met. That can be the number 4. So it could be April. It could be the 4th of any month as well. Actually, I like the fact that the number 4 is coming up right now because it tells us your person is going to hit that place of stability. They are going to find that maturity that they need. They're going to be able to find the courage and the confidence and that personal power to work through these things so that they can return to you. Well, let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? The Path. This card comes with number 8. Well, especially with this 7 of Wands, what I'm really hearing about this card today is that this person is lifting themselves up. They are raising their vibration. They are coming through an ascension phase. So even though they may be going through a dark night, that very much looks like a tunnel, doesn't it? But it looks a lot lighter and brighter than this card. I do feel that if they are going through a very negative experience right now, they are returning to the light. They are pulling themselves up by the bootstraps, up and through whatever these experiences are, so that they can return to you. Because with the Queen of Cups being here on the table for this reading, they are wanting you and they are wanting this relationship. And these experiences that they're having, these life lessons that they are going through right now, to raise their vibration, to lift them up, to give them that self-awareness and spiritual growth, well, these are the life lessons that this person will remember forever. They will not forget anything that they have learned, because this person is going to make sure that they never bring this kind of chaos, drama, or confusion into your life ever again. This person is not going to hurt you in this way ever again. Now, this path card comes with number 8. Number 8 can be the 8th of any month, or it can be August if that resonates with anyone. But this person is going to be able to work through these things because it is part of the divine plan for this connection and for your lives. But let's see what else is coming in, please. Brave. Well, adventurous, daring, courage, taking a risk, facing fears. That is what a lion does, right? Your person's going to be in that place where they're courageous, where they're daring, where they're fearless, where they are fierce, because that is the energy of the Seven of Wands. Your person lifting themselves up into a higher vibration, coming into this place where they're going to be in the light instead of in this gloomy, doomy place where they have been because of the things that they're going through. This person knows that in order to come back to you, they have to lift themselves up, and they are not going to allow themselves to stay in that bleak place that they've been in, because they want you and they want this love and this laughter and this desire that comes with being with you, because this person is going to return. That is that 8 of Cups. That is the missing one returning, which would be your person returning. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. Dark times, depressed, bad luck, karmic debts, major problems. Well, I do feel that for some of you is what your person's experience is right now. Now, I am not sitting here telling each and every one of you that your person is going through this depression, this dark time where they're dealing with karmic debts and dealing with a lot of suffering and everything else, because everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. Everyone's divine plan for a lifetime is different. But whatever your person is going through, they are definitely getting the life lessons and experiences that they need, perhaps with a little bit of karmic help, to get them up and moving again so that they can come back to you, so that you guys can continue on this path together. So let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Divine intervention. Yes, there is always divine intervention in these connections, and you both are receiving divine intervention all the time. Destiny at work, prayers answered. There was divine intervention at play when you had that first chance meeting, when you met your person, and that divine intervention is happening now. It's just that sometimes that divine intervention can come as some difficult experiences that are designed to get us moving, that are designed to wake us up and make us take action in our lives in different ways so that we can have better outcomes and better results. So yes, I do feel that there is divine guidance happening for this situation for the two of you. It's even happening for your person, and they are definitely aware that all of this is bringing them to this place where the two of you are going to be able to reconcile with each other, because this person does not want to be without you. So let's see what else is coming in for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Struggle. Here we have that ant pushing that, well, to an ant it looks like a boulder up that slope, kind of like Atlas pushing that boulder, right? This is about hard times and difficulties, misfortunes, sorrow, and trouble. Well, that Three of Swords is about trouble. But as well, I feel that this person is struggling. That is implied with this Ten of Wands as well. Ten of Wands is many things. It is also stress, worry, fear, anxiety, feeling like we are carrying a heavy burden, feeling overburdened, experiencing all of this misfortune and misery that is happening for this person at the moment. But this is the teacher for this person. This is what your person needs to experience at the moment to return them to this light that is center stage for the tarot portion of the reading. It is time for you and this person to return to the light and the energy of this love and this connection, because when the two of you are together and everything is flowing beautifully between you, isn't it just magical? Isn't it just wonderful? Don't you just feel like you can take on anything and everything that life throws at you? And that is how this person feels as well. And all of this is a big wake-up call for this person to show them what's important in life and what truly matters. And what truly matters for this person is you and this connection and this love and the ability to come back together and create a loving partnership with each other. Contemplation, serious thought, inner work, self-examination. Well, where was that? My shadows are kicking my butt. Yes, shadows are kicking booties, but that is what needs to happen. We all go through those periods, a dark night, whether we're just dealing with our shadow side, having to address those shadows within us, whatever it is that we are going through, we have to face it head on. We can run from it for a little while, but ultimately we can't hide. We can't hide from the growth that is certain to come at various times in our lives, and the people in our lives are the ones who initiate those major growth cycles for us. And that's what's happening for your person. It's happened for you as well, but they are doing this inner work. They are doing a lot of self-examination. They are going deep within to identify all of the things in their shadow that cause them to create such devastation in your life and in this connection. But this person wants to get back to this happiness. They want to get back to this love. They want to get back to you, because without you, this person feels that their life is falling apart. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.